Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Nerdmageddon Smackdown. I'm your host, Ben Wester, and this is KNWT's only debate show where every week I gather two members of the world to debate some pop culture topics. Plus, we have another member of the world to choose who won, who had the best debate. So, without further ado, let's just get into it. Our guests today are Drew Eastfold. Say
Hello.
hi.
Yeah, hello.
Fantastic entrance.
Of course.
And then we have Brad.
Hi, I'm the second best host of Gen 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
second
All right.
best, yeah.
Okay. And then our judge for today's game is Miss Courtney Rowe.
Hey, it's good to be back.
Yep. Okay. And we'll start with our first topic.
Oh no, I'm scared now.
Yeah, you're going to be fine.
I'll
It's
be
going to be fine. Today's first topic is the best Batman in celebration of DC fandom happening over the weekend. You know, a bunch of new DC news. So we'll have a conversation about the best Batman. As I just decided in my head, without a coin toss, we're going to start with Drew this round. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and tap that button and we'll get started.
So, best Batman, right? Of all of them, it has to be Christian Bale Batman. Because Christian Bale Batman does a lot of things right. There's not a lot of errors, right? You know, the best. So I liked his world. Is a good way to like. What main reason I picked him, right? Like it's like a dark, gritty world that he's in, and I like that he's also dark and gritty. Which is he kind of like. Before him, there wasn't as much of the dark and gritty. It was there in like some aspect, but there was like the joking one, the eyebrow one, right? And so he kind of started that thing where now you only see like a dark, realistic depiction of that character. So he really like pioneered that aspect of it in movies. Not necessarily, it was already existing in comics, but in movies and such. He was able to be more brutal, I guess. He wasn't like, you know, like massacring people, but he was like beating people up, and he was cool and edgy. And I don't know when it came out, like, when did it come out? It came out relatively a while ago. Like
It was over like a couple
I'd
years.
say like a decade at least.
I think it started in
Was
like,
it?
05, yeah.
05,
really,
yeah.
really. So, I mean, he's been around a bit. So, kind of just he started what I like to think of as like when I think of Batman, I think of that theming, that darker, edgier Batman, and so that's why I picked him as the best, or at least my favorite Batman. And also the Joker in that one is cool. So he fought a really cool villain.
Yeah,
So.
I agree. And with that, fantastic job, Drew. I agree with almost every single point that you brought out there. So
I bet you do.
well, I like those
I bet you
movies.
do.
Okay,
They're good movies.
fine.
They're great
now
movies.
let's go to Brad, and Brad can choose whatever he chose as the best
let's,
Batman. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and hit that button.
All right. So I'm going to take a Hail Mary, a throw in the dark, and say that Robert Pattinson will be the best Batman. I say that because have you seen the Batman trailer, Ben?
I have seen the Batman
Have
trailer.
you teared up during the trailer?
You know that I did. You
Yeah,
were sitting
so,
next to me.
Like, he looks amazing in that suit. Whenever, like, Robert Pattinson first got big in Twilight, I didn't care for him. But just over the years, I'm like, wow, this guy can really act.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, when they said he was going to be Batman, I was like, yes. And seeing the first trailer, I was like, a little skeptical. I'm like, I don't know what this is going to be. But seeing that second trailer, you know, his car, that muscle car is pretty good. He gets shot a bunch of times. Like, you know, Christian Bale gets bit by some dogs, and he's like, oh, Alfred, can you stitch me up? So, you know, Robert Pattinson, he's got Andy Serkis as his Alfred. And I mean, you know, he's just better in every way.
Wow.
He's probably the best British Batman. Because, Christian Bale's like second best, like me on Gen 2. Sorry, shameless plug, but, you know, I just think Robert Pattinson, Do I have to keep going?
I mean,
Because I feel like
I feel you have
No, I
40
feel like
seconds.
I made my point in a minute.
I mean, do you?
I made my point.
Do you want to refute any part of his point, or?
I mean, no. It's all said. Robert Pattinson's just better.
How can you know?
He's a heartthrob.
It's the future. You can't predict the future.
I can tell. Okay, I'm like the Oracle. I'm like Barbara Gordon.
You're basing it all off of a dream.
No,
It could be bad.
off of a future reality.
He could be the worst Batman.
Well, okay, George Clooney and his one suit that had something like popping out. You know what I'm saying? Like that was pretty bad.
You mean his bat nipples? Is that what you're
Yeah, I was
referring
trying not to be as
the bat nipples?
Yeah, I was trying.
I think
not
we
to
could say nipples.
nipples.
I didn't want to address
nipples.
that.
Okay,
but-
nipples. All right.
All right, and there we go. An amazing round one to start. Beautiful points brought up on both sides, especially on Brad's side.
We also said the word nipples.
And we also said nipples a lot, but that's fine. I hope to God I could say that. I'm about to have a lot of bleeping to do, so
okay.
it's
That's
fine. Fantastic points from the both of you. We're going to throw to our judge, Courtney.
Hello, guys. You did a great job with both of your arguments. I will say I am a little impartial to Robert Pattinson because he is just exquisite. He was great in Harry Potter. I literally watched The Devil all the time last night, and I never get tired of seeing him. But I will say they did make a good point in saying that we don't know how he is as Batman. So I will have to give this round to Drew.
There we go. And at the end of round one, the scores are Drew 1, Brad 0.
Dubs
So,
only.
also in celebration of DC fandom that happened this weekend, we decided to have another DC related question because why not? And that would be Batman or Superman. This is one of the classic pop culture debates. This can kind of determine what type of nerd you are to a lot of people, and this is one of those big questions. So whenever Brad's ready, he'll go ahead and start since he lost this last round.
Right. So let me start out by saying this. Batman is Ben's favorite superhero, so...
Yeah, but I'm impartial.
Okay, well, look at it like this, okay? In the Marvel, you have Spider-Man. Spider-Man has a variety of supervillains like Doc Ock, Venom, Green Goblin. There's more, but I can't think right now. Batman is just like that in the DC universe. He's got the Riddler, Scarecrow, Joker, Harley Quinn, Mr. Freeze, Man-Bat. You know what I'm saying? Like, who doesn't love Man-Bat? And just, I don't know, he's the detective. I mean, you take a guy who's had a terrible crisis in his life, and he rebuilds himself to fight crime in a city that is going down the toilet. And, just his suit's cool, just his gadgets are cool. I mean, he doesn't have superpowers. He does probably more than Superman ever will with just money. Money is the greatest power in the world. Not some, like,
Bold
okay,
statements.
Superman, his planet blew up. What a loser.
Dear
He
God.
was a baby.
Just saying. Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna pull that card, not to interject here in the middle of your argument, but I mean, and not to steal a point away from Brett, Batman got his parents killed. What a loser!
Yeah, well, he didn't lose his whole planet, so.
He didn't lose his whole planet.
Yeah.
Superman's got one more person.
Oh, also
got
Killer Croc. Killer
Oh,
Croc.
yeah, okay.
Killer Croc.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. So you'll still have about 30 seconds, Brad. If you
no, I made my point.
do you just want to keep listing out more
Superman
Batman
Batman did not lose his planet.
Okay. So you
Superman did.
Okay.
And have you ever heard of a movie called Brightburn, which is a really bad version of the Superman story? Just saying, there hasn't been a
That
bad
is
version.
unrelated.
There hasn't been a bad version of the Batman story.
That's not true. But
That
we're
is
gonna
not
just gonna
true.
move
Shut
on.
up!
Really?
Shut up!
We're just gonna move
False
on.
statement.
You know what? I made my point.
Okay.
I rest my point. Batman's just better because Ben likes him, and we're best friends. And he cried during the Batman trailer. So.
And with that, we bring Brad's argument in round two to a close. A lot of strong points brought up by Brad. Apparently, a lot of hatred for people whose planets have blown up.
Wow.
But on the opposite side,
Heartless.
absolutely heartless. On the opposite side, we're going to come to Drew. And whenever you're ready to begin, just go ahead and hit that timer, and we can get going.
Okay, so there were a lot of points brought against Superman. A lot of
Valid
them
points.
being heartless and terrible. His planet blew up. That's super sad, right? Parents died. That's two people. What about the whole planet, man? Everything gone. And so he's sad too. Like, sad backstory. He's hurting inside. And right, like Batman has cool villains, sure, but like
Yeah, name 5 Superman villains.
I mean, I can, but that's not the question.
Hey, don't interject like you did.
I'm
with
sorry.
me,
I'm
okay?
sorry.
do I need to? Do I need to name them? Because they're nothing before the greatness that is Superman.
Okay.
He
Brad?
fights powerful villains on the daily, on the regular, and they are nothing, right? I don't even know most of them because they're worthless compared to the power that is Superman. Like, we can go to like the old Superman, like I don't know if it's the golden or the silver age, but where you could make up new powers on the fly. Like, that is insane. That's crazy. He can be like, you're small now, and make you tiny. Like,
Batman or Superman has a really bad
Brad?
video game.
That's not an argument.
Yeah, it is.
Continue, Drew. Continue.
it's a bad video game if you're bad at games.
Ooh.
You're a bad gamer. You just don't have the
But
gamer
Batman
skill.
has better games. I'm just saying.
Irrelevant. We're not talking about video
I get
games.
some more time
We're talking
back
about
on
the,
that?
we're talking about the greatness that is Superman. He is unparalleled in strength, right?
You
He has
hesitated
lifted
there.
the earth. He has lifted the earth and like pulled it with like a chain or something. I don't remember how he did it, but he pulled the earth. That's cool. Can Batman pull the earth? No. Batman can't pull anything. He's lame.
Wow.
I mean, he's cool. I'm not gonna lie, but like Superman's cooler.
Okay, final thoughts for Superman?
He still has not named the 5 villains, so.
I don't need to, as previously stated.
All right. and
Brainiac, Doomsday.
Okay, Brad.
The one gorilla guy.
You mean
That's
also? I
Flash.
like how you
That's
said.
the
I like how
Flash.
you didn't say Lex Luthor.
That's the first one I thought of.
Superman's. I can
we,
name.
don't, we don't care about the bald villains.
Okay, so we've got. So this will just be a fun exercise for me to show about how smart I am. Brainiac, Doomsday, Lex Luthor, Mr. Mxyzptlk, and General Zod.
Okay, fair enough.
There we go. There's 5.
I knew all
That's
those.
all of
so-
them.
And Drew
though.
knew all of them. He
That's
was
all
just-
of them.
I actually did. I'm not
That's
lying.
all of them.
No, there's occasionally a couple of Parasite. There's another. There's number. There's a sixth
Street criminal number 3.
one. Yeah, just a regular criminal.
Occasionally, Batman himself.
Yeah, occasionally Batman himself. It's true.
Same.
So now we'll hear from our judge Courtney on who she believes won that round.
So I have to completely, right off the bat, I have to completely agree with Brad and give him this round. While Superman does have that strength and all those abilities that he tends to forget that he even has, he just isn't believable as a character, whereas Batman is more human, in my opinion. He has to face those adversities as a human, and that comes first, which ultimately makes him the more relatable, more down-to-earth character, and that is why I'm giving Brad the point this round.
Yep. Moral of the story: don't lose you playing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Next time I'll
Yeah,
be sure
that's
to.
what lost
I'm sure
it.
Superman will be on the lookout to make sure his planet doesn't blow up.
Yeah.
Next time.
Hope he doesn't hear me with
when
the
he's-
supersonic hearing.
Okay, Brad.
He's gonna come get you.
Oh.
So now as the scores stand, we're tied at 1-1. And going into round 3, this is not related to DC fandom. This is just kind of a fun round that I can't exactly remember what the topic was. So
You want me to tell you?
I would love for you to tell me.
Legos
Oh,
or
that's right.
Mega Blocks.
That's right. We're doing Legos versus Mega Blocks. Another classic debate.
Of course.
I have an opinion on this,
So yeah.
but I'm unbiased, so that's okay. I'm just here to move things.
Asterisk unbiased.
I am unbiased. I'm not influencing our judge at all. What my opinions are don't matter. Okay, so we'll start with Drew. Whenever he's ready to start his argument, he'll go ahead, hit that timer, and he can get ready to go.
So, I'm facing a great adversary as the representative, the global representative of Mega Blocks. My adversary is a giant, a corporate giant, right? This is a David versus Goliath situation. So, Mega Blocks is... It does things that Lego won't do, right? Lego is like, child friendly, right? Like they have like Star Wars, which is cool. I mean, they kind of Star Wars is dope, right? But like what's also cool? Halo, right? They have Halo theme. Mega Blocks has Halo. Think about that. When everyone played Halo when they were like little wee lads, they were like, wouldn't it be cool if I could build Master Chief? And you can build Master Chief. With Mega Blocks, Master Chief is only one of the many characters you can build like the Pelican and the Warthog and the Mongoose and all those cool vehicles. You can build the Covenant Banshee and the I don't know, Covenant or Lame, so I don't remember their ship names. But hey, they're the villains.
Yeah.
And arguably one of the best pluses, not as pricey. Lego's price is inflated to a point of absurdity. Mm-hmm. It practically is worth as much as gold at this point. So anything to, keep the money, save it up. Mega Bloks will help you with that. Also, they have like other cool themes. They have like Call of Duty and stuff. Mm-hmm. So you can be like Captain Price. You can have a little Captain Price. I don't know if anyone knows who that is, but he's a guy you can have. You can have him fight Master Chief in Legos. Like, that's cool, right?
I mean, that's the duel to end all duels.
It's insane. Legend against legend, God against God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mega Bloks are pretty cool.
Okay. Some strong points brought up here about Mega Bloks.
Mediocre at best. But okay.
I have to agree on the price point. Very strong argument brought up about the price point. Mega Bloks not as expensive as Lego. You get more bang for your buck.
Yes.
You're able to get a little bit more. But on the side of Lego, Goliath, we have Brad.
Yep.
Whenever he's ready, go ahead and hit that button. Go ahead and let's get started.
So I can win this argument in a couple words, but I'll say more. But let me just say Lego Indiana Jones. The video game.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, does Mega Bloks have any video games?
Doesn't need them.
Why?
Stands on its own two
Because they've
legs.
never been heard of before? Yeah. What is there? The Lego Star Wars games, Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Harry Potter, Lego The Hobbit, Lego City. Lego has its own movie. Everything is awesome. Does Mega Bloks have a song like that?
Doesn't need it. Stands
Everything
on its own
sucks.
2 feet.
Yeah, that's it. In the Mega Bloks world, everything sucks. It's true. I mean, Lego. Let me argue your point about the price. You know why Lego is a little bit more expensive than Mega Bloks?
A little bit.
Whatever. It's because they're a household name and they're reliable.
And?
There's nothing more needs to be said.
Water is too. No excuse for it to be expensive.
That's a debate for another time, gentlemen. Let's bring it back into the free water for the earth. It's a different debate.
Let's use this water as an example.
Okay.
Lego is the clean, pristine water.
Okay.
Mega Bloks is muddy water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah, sure.
No, Lego's Dasani, bro.
Lego's Dasani?
Is
I'm
Dasani the
just
bad
saying,
one?
your only big names that you have like for brands and Mega Bloks is Call of Duty and Halo.
Mm-hmm.
We got Indiana Jones, Star Wars. You don't have Star Wars. Star Wars would just win as is. I didn't even mention Lego Batman, Lego Marvel. It has both of them. You know what I mean? Wouldn't like one of the other two like go to Mega Bloks to compete? No. You know why? There's no money there.
Well, it's because they already have their
No,
money.
I'm done. 10 seconds left. We're done. I won.
Okay, Brad. Jeez.
Using themes as a crutch.
Yeah. Well, we'll
And
let
video games.
We'll let the time run out. And there we have it. Brad, very interesting argument coming out in the favor of Lego. Decides that not to prove his own point, but to just rip down the other component, just morally and ethically and emotionally.
Digging the hole for them.
Yet
Dig in the
another
hole,
example of morally bankrupt.
So thanks for that second win.
Hey, let's go to Courtney, our judge, before we decide who the winner is.
So I will start off by saying I was definitely a Playmobil fan in my day, so I feel like those trump both Lego and Mega Bloks. But I will say you had me there in the first half, Drew. I was a Halo fanatic, and I'm still to this day obsessed with Master Chief. So that, you almost had me. You almost swayed me with that. But ultimately, Legos created an empire. Not only were they invented in the 30s, and kids today are still talking about Legos, and they are in high demand. They have the franchise of video games, movies, and the songs from those games and movies are still being sung by children. So ultimately, Lego has made a drastic impact on these younger generations, which is why I think I have to give it to Brad.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. I'll see you later.
Okay. Brad's apparently going to pull the jerk card. He's going to be the heel in today's game show and just leave. Well,
take his point back for leaving.
yeah, he could take his point back for being a jerk.
Foul.
Yeah.
Yellow flag.
But as the scores stand, without taking Brad's point away, It is 2-1 in Brad's favor. Sorry, Drew. One of these days it's that Mega Bloks debate. I mean, you did your best, but unfortunately nobody can match the strength of Lego. They're just too
like the Amazon of the toy building.
They're too powerful.
Yeah.
But I thank you all for joining me, and thank you to Courtney for being our judge. And as always, we'll do a snap and point right at camera, and we'll do a You Nerd It Here first, all right?
I think I'm just going to clap instead.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We're switching it up a
Brad
bit.
can be the heel. Brad's the heel for today. All right? All righty, folks.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, You Nerd It Here first.